Tell me, did you get signs of her cancer prior to the diagnosis?
No, not really. So it was more like personality started to change and she was exhausted, and then she was confused. I was actually away on a holiday, so I didn't know what was happening until I got back. And when we landed, my brother-in-law had called us and said, she's been rushed to hospital, something's not right. So everyone was down at the hospital wanting to get the results, and they were doing CT scans. There had to be a biopsy. They already knew, the hospital knew what it was, but you have to have the biopsy to say the name to make sure it is what they're thinking. And it was GBM brain cancer.
Yeah. So the first signs of trouble was getting rushed to the hospital. There was,
personality changes.
yeah, but nothing in terms of health-wise.
No, it was very sudden. It was very quick. Like the seizures started, but that was the day she got rushed to hospital.
Yeah.
And so immediately, went to hospital and all the tests started. But prior to that, she had gone to the GP, blood tests were normal, couldn't detect it.
What does that feel like for the family getting that diagnosis? The first time you're being told from the doctors, what does that feel like for you guys?
I can tell you, me watching a husband being told that his wife has terminal brain cancer, it's the most excruciating pain. You can't take it away. All you can do is support and whatever they need, be there for them. And that's what we all tried to do.
So at that point you just sort of go into fight or flight mode, I guess, as a family, right? So how did that change your world in particular?
Well, for me, I had to step up because I had my nephews, I had my sister-in-law who wasn't well, and I didn't want my brother-in-law to do this by himself. The hospital's advice was to go palliative care, 6 weeks.
No treatment, no treatment. Operation, no nothing.
There's nothing that you can do. GBM is very aggressive. So when you go in and you debulk it, it doesn't like it. So it actually brings it out even more. So halfway through her journey, we were on palliative chemo and she was on steroids and it started to shrink. So we actually got excited.
A bit of hope.
And we went back to the doctors and we did do the operation and it wasn't successful. So it actually grew 300% within 2 weeks.
Oh. Mm-hmm. And then how do you go from that decision to, because I understand that you looked after her for quite some time and came back home?
Yeah, so she was at home. My brother-in-law was the full-time carer. We were actually transitioning, so my husband and I, his business, were moving from one location to another. So I had to go back to work as well. So I was struggling with, I don't want to leave her. I want to be here with her. But it was just, when we got those results, you die.
Your whole world turns upside down. Yeah.
Because what about the kids? How are you going to tell the kids that, there's no more hope?
How did the kids take that news?
They were pretty good. We had so much support from family, friends and the community. There was counselling provided for all of us as well. And everyone did it in their own time. But we didn't hide anything from them. And I think that was the most important thing. My brother-in-law was absolutely adamant that the boys had to cry. Mm-hmm. They had to feel what was going on. And that we all did that.
And from a financial point of view, the average cost of a trauma event is about $150,000. How did you go about, taking care of her, but also, your brother-in-law? From a financial point of view, was there a GoFundMe?
There was a GoFundMe. So my brother-in-law had to quit his job. He was day and night nurse. Okay. The GoFundMe was set up by a family member, which helped amazing. Sorry, I'm getting choked off because going back thinking about it. But yeah, we had that all taken care of.
Yep.
There was always, and that's when you look back at it and you think, wow, there was miracles in this because there was people that actually stepped up and said, I'll do this for you. And my brother-in-law, he was like, okay.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He just he needed the support. And so for me, I look up to him because, especially having an Italian background, you kind of don't want people in your face. And he didn't deny anybody from visiting her, wanting to help. Everybody was welcome.
Yeah.
And it taught me so much.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you opening up because it is a hard topic, and I know this is your first podcast, and being open and vulnerable. So, we really appreciate it. I think a lot of viewers out there know someone that's gone through it or has, passed away from it, and it is hard to bring back those memories.